My wife and I will celebrate 3 years of marriage later this year, but tonight, our holy matrimony faces our toughest test yet. Each other, on the ice, for the first time ever. We're playing beer league hockey against each other, and this has never happened before. I'm sure it will be a perfectly normal day waking up next to the enemy, but here we go. Oh! Hey, babe, you want some coffee? Babe? No! Okay. This is usually the point where it would be GoPro audio and pucks flying around, but the GoPro decided to not cooperate and record sound that was usable, so instead, the opponent / my wife Emily is joining me for commentary. Hooray! First game of the new year for both of us. Mm-hmm. I should also call out, you're not on this team full time.
Yeah, decided to alt for Rush. This was my second game, and of course, the matchup with Wizards. Couldn't miss it, so...
Look at how good of an Instagram boyfriend Derek is right there. He's got the influencer hunch and everything on skates. I'm telling KB to take it light on you, since the Minnesotans love to mess with their own Minnesotans.
This is true.
What was going on the bench in the first?
As we were huddled up at the beginning, I was on the ice and someone was standing in front of our lineup sheet and I didn't see it and presumed that I was playing defense. I played defense last time. I typically play defense as a hockey player. So I went on the defensive line and no one corrected me. So I had a pretty good first shift on defense, but then found out quickly after they wanted me to be playing up on right wing. So a little disorienting.
I mean, yeah, you're playing defense here. I'm coming in on you. That sounds so wrong to say. You just save a goal. I've got a beautiful wide open net. Not that I have the best track record with those, but you saved a goal there.
Yeah.
There you go, defensewoman. All right, look at the give and go. Oh, I felt bad for this. Newlands was just on fire. He's so hard to play against.
And our netminder actually was a sub as of that day.
That's right.
Typically at the last minute, you take who you can get, but we were fortunate that our goalie was pretty tight, tough opponent, but he helped us out a ton.
That was so close to going in. This shot was really close, though. That was a good release. That was close.
He's a friend of Jowdy's.
Jowdy's my usual line mate. He was out today. Yeah, Newlands was yelling drop there. I missed Vince. That was an easy pass. That was a bad look. You got to get the captain the puck. That's just the rule. That's a rare moment where I actually know how to stick handle. Oh, this was tight too. I thought this was just a random shot. That either hit the goalie's glove or went between his helmet and the glove and I think grazed the crossbar. I wish I had audio.
Yeah, it looks like it bounces off.
I think it just nicks the bar. Mm-hmm. But like, that's a really nicely aimed shot that I have nothing to show for.
Only matters if it goes in.
This ain't horseshoes or hand grenades. Oh yeah, Newlands had wheels tonight though. I mean, he just flies through everybody here and finds Vince. See, he hits the captain. That's a tap in back door. I mean, what are you gonna do? I think Newlands is... There are like 2 or 3 people in the league who I think are about as fast as him. Actually, David, who plays on your team, is I think one of your better players was missing too.
Yeah, he was out.
He's tough.
I think we would have buried a couple more.
So do I.
If David had been there.
He's good. He's got a good release. And he's fast. He seems to always be in the right position. Because I remember playing some scrimmages with him. Actually at like Piers in Connecticut when we had the 2020 lockdowns. He's so chill though. He's a nice dude. Speaking of releases, Derek's was nasty here. I feel like you know 90% of the people that were on the ice for our team tonight too.
A couple characters missing for sure. Jowdy and of course Beef Stew.
Brett. Yeah, no Jowdy. Stu's been my line mate recently. This was his berry.
Stew the person, not to be confused with Beef Stew.
Correct.
Who is Brett.
Correct. Not Taylor's biggest fan if you've seen that video. And if not, it's pinned right there. Look at that, that was seamless. Wow.
Nailed it.
And that's the end of the first. These are the moments I wish there was audio for. I'm like, all right guys, this is good. 3-0 is acceptable. I'm just on the couch tonight. I don't have to get a hotel room. And then what is going on here? It's the second period. Y'all have 4 on the ice.
So I had I dropped my stick too, like a total ass.
Is that what happened there? I didn't even see.
Yeah, like I jumped over the bench and dropped my stick, looking like a nerd. Again, this is...
You're like, I didn't even see this in real time.
I think I finally corrected by the third, but at the start of both the first and the second period, I had miscommunication with what position I was playing, and then right as we were going into the second period, we're huddled up and someone says, okay, let's reset lines. Now to me, I'm playing third line forward, right winger. So when I hear let's reset the lines, I'm thinking, okay, we're going back to the top of the order.
Yeah.
First line's gonna go out. So I just sat there and minded my own business. And as soon as like everyone's on the ice, they start screaming at me.
Who would understand that as code for like third line up? Like why would you? And with that, we go to the second period. And for all the reset lines or you're late on the ice and dropping a stick, look who gets one of the better scoring chances right there.
It me.
And oh my gosh, that second save, I think Mitch gets this in his glove. This is live barn. There's no good angle on the bench, and our live barn looks like 8-bit Nintendo. That save right there is, I don't know if he missed the net or if Mitch got a piece of that. That was crazy. Yeah, your goalie was solid though. I mean, that's a full Newlands release. This is a tough moment.
Oh, yeah.
I thought real time that was a trip. What did you guys think on the bench?
Yeah, we also thought it was a trip for sure. I don't think it was intentional. Our skater was a little wobbly, and as he was wobbling a little bit because he was just gaining momentum super quickly, there was still blade on skate.
Yeah,
probably should have gotten called.
In real time, I thought that was 100% a trip. The more I watch it, the more I'm like, it's really tough. Regardless, I pick up the puck. I'm waiting for the whistle to blow any second here. And then I look up and see Newlands just like wide open. Newlands dekes the goalie into Jersey there. I had a chance to make the exact same move here and should have, and I did not. I was playing like Jason Segel's character and Forgetting Sarah Marshall, trying to learn how to surf. I was like overthinking and underthinking everything.
Just pop up.
Just you gotta do less, man. Well, you gotta do something. Yeah, goalie made good saves.
Yep.
We had a lot of shots, it felt like.
Oh, yeah. And we did not.
It happens. Rare penalty here. Vince got caught up.
We kind of got to a point on the bench where one of our co-captains even said, everyone's playing offense except the goalie. Everyone just play offense. Have fun with it, run with the puck. Goals got to go in. We can stay back here and defend all day, but let's try to at least get one. So.
By the way, I got absolutely clobbered here from a cross check from behind.
Yeah, she was tough. She was throwing body throughout the game.
Full makeup, by the way.
Oh yeah, I bet she was at the Canuck until 2 a.m. She'd already played like 4 hours of hockey earlier in the day. Still had more energy than the rest of us combined. She killed it.
I was so mad though because she was like, "Oh, that was for the GoPro," and I was like, "But it was from behind. I can't see anything. It's not even gonna look cool." I was being petty with it though. I wanted a power play goal. That was just a really sloppy play by your defenseman. And Stu on the spot. Also, that beat the buzzer by like half of a second, and the live barn picked that up. All right, so we've talked about Brett so much. At this point, Vince, our captain, is going, all right, guys, Brett's not here, but if he was and he was in my position, he'd be reminding everybody that we need to keep this game scoreless. Not for the shutout for goalie Mitch, but because right now I have the game-winning goal.
Well, didn't he say always a good game when the captain scores?
It's always a good game when the captain scores. That's our running phrase. But yeah, that was like a backbreaker. I mean, those were 2 goals within like the first and the last minute of periods. I mean, to me, that was like the first time where it was like, all right, I think this thing's a wrap. Remember when I said me and empty nets don't have a good relationship? If Brett were here, he would have dropped like a what the fuck, Roberts? Oh, this was another one. Refs called that a goal originally. Mitch, our goalie, was right on it. And he was like, no, that hit the post. And like, I was a C at best physics student, so I'm in no place to argue here. Let's slow this down a little bit though. I think that's all post.
Yeah, our teammate who scored it later said it was off the post, and of course, we're on the far side.
I asked the ref if he wanted the camera angle of that, but no, they blew it. But this is crazy though. This is crazy because I miss an open net. You guys go the other way, goal, no goal, and then Newlands gives me that on a platter. And I mean, I missed a few empty nets already, so I got those out of my system. But again, that's like a moment where goal, no goal, chance, no chance, penalty, goal the other way. Like there were just some really tightly timed moments that felt pretty big. I don't know, we're getting into some garbage time goals here. You got that. See, Stu's nasty with the release though.
Well, and the majority of your goals were from the crease. Again, I think because I typically play defense, I was playing back a bit more conservatively. You guys have more speed than I do, so I wanted to make sure that if we were kind of turning around, I was ready to go with you.
I don't think you were out there for a lot of goals against though.
At least 3 that I remember.
One of those was power play, so that's not a minus at least. But this one sure was, and Zach and I are once again not on the same page because that just falls on our feet. And there goes the shutout with like 1:45 left. Ouch. We got so much crap on the bench, by the way, for that because we took a long shift. I'm not being petty with the scoreboard here. I just needed to capture this for TikTok, and the vertical's easier. Handshake line, you knew everybody's name.
Yeah, I wanted to make a point to like use names. I think it confused some of my teammates.
All right, this is me doing a sign off, blah, 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 blah. See, that's the Vince though. That's our, it's always a good day when the captain gets one. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a trademark of that. I love it. All right, and there it is. First game of 2023. I missed some hockey at the end of last year. This was my first game since December 10th, so that was more than a month. And the last 2 games I played were after race day, and you can watch those videos here. But we're back. If you made it this far, thank you. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe. Fun stuff coming up. Vermont Pond. More games. End of the league. Into playoffs. And now we gotta go to the bar because it's date night.